Okay, let's dive into something really fundamental for, well, anyone running a business, big or small. Your relationship with your suppliers.
hmm
We all chase the best price, don't we? But what if focusing only on that initial cost could actually be, draining far more from your bottom line?
That's a really common trap.
Exactly. So today we're exploring the transformative power of supplier performance reviews. This isn't just another admin task to tick off.
Not at all.
It's really the bedrock of stronger, more profitable partnerships and, honestly, tangible savings. Our mission on this deep dive: cut through the complexity of supplier management.
Yeah, make it accessible.
Right, give you a shortcut to understanding how to leverage these reviews for real success. We heard it put perfectly by one procurement manager.
Oh, yeah, what they say.
They said, you can negotiate hard on price, but if that supplier keeps missing deliveries, those savings just disappear. In fact, they multiply into other costs.
Lost productivity, angry customers, rush shipping fees.
Precisely. That really shifts the perspective beyond just the sticker price. So, in this deep dive, we'll unpack what these reviews are, why they're so essential for your success, the key metrics to track, how to actually run them effectively, step by step, and the best practices that make them work.
And what's really insightful here, I think, is we're talking about moving beyond those purely transactional, buy-sell interactions.
Towards something more strategic.
Exactly. Towards genuinely strategic relationships. It's not just about holding suppliers accountable, though. Sure, that's part of it.
Right.
It's fundamentally about unlocking hidden value, value that goes way beyond the initial cost. These performance reviews help you see the bigger picture.
Like what specifically?
Things like consistent quality, delivery reliability, which is huge how responsive they are when, things go wrong.
Yeah, challenges pop up.
Right. Compliance, too. And even their potential for innovation. This deep dive is about equipping you with a systematic, data-driven approach.
Not just relying on gut feelings or occasional complaints.
Precisely. It's a world away from informal feedback. It's about building a robust, kind of mutually beneficial system for both you and your suppliers.
Okay, so let's start with basics. Supplier performance review. What exactly are we talking about here?
Good question.
Our source material calls it a structured, systematic process. It's designed to evaluate how well your suppliers are meeting the expectations you've set out.
Expectations from where?
Yeah.
Contracts.
Yeah, exactly. Defined in contracts, service level agreements, maybe even just your own internal operational goals. Think of it less like a simple report card
Okay.
and more like a comprehensive performance dashboard for these crucial external partners.
I like that dashboard.
Yeah, and it covers both the quantifiable stuff, the hard numbers like on-time delivery rates, defect rates, invoice accuracy. You get the idea.
And easy to measure things.
Right.
Yeah.
But also those equally important soft factors.
Mhm.
Things like how quickly do they respond to an urgent email?
Responsiveness, yeah.
Are they flexible if you need a sudden change? Do they ever suggest ways to improve things? That kind of stuff. The key is it's not just a random chat.
Right. It's structured.
It's repeatable, it's objective, and it's driven by actual data.
And that brings up a really critical point, actually. What's the underlying spirit, the philosophy behind these reviews?
Good point. What should it be?
Well, the nuance that often gets missed is that their purpose is absolutely not about catching suppliers out or finding fault. That adversarial approach,
Doesn't work.
it's incredibly counterproductive.
Yeah.
Instead, these should be rooted in transparency, fostering real collaboration, and setting the stage for continuous improvement.
So approach it like a team effort.
Exactly. If you frame these reviews as a genuine collaborative exercise, a shared goal to make things work better, you transform them. They go from being potentially punitive
Yes.
to being an incredibly powerful tool for mutual growth. It's about creating this clear, objective framework where both sides understand what's working, what needs attention.
And what needs to change.
Right. And it's all backed by data, not just feelings or anecdotes.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for businesses listening. Why invest the time? Why put in the effort for this structured process?
The payoff.
Yeah, the payoff. The source material gives some really compelling reasons why companies that do this routinely just get better results. First off, improved supplier relationships.
How so?
Well, regular, transparent reviews build trust. Suppliers know what you expect, and you get real visibility into their capabilities and maybe even their challenges.
Makes sense. Clear expectations help everyone.
Definitely. Second big one, proactive risk management. By tracking performance systematically, you can spot potential issues early.
Like delivery delays piling up.
Exactly. Delays that could halt your production line, or even, early warning signs of a supplier's financial instability. You catch these things before they become massive crises.
That's huge. It's not just about avoiding those crises either. These reviews can actually unlock hidden profits and drive quality improvements.
Hidden profits, how does that work?
Well, think about it. Our sources highlight this. A company might find that a supplier who looks good on paper, based on price,
Yeah.
is actually costing them a fortune in other areas. Maybe excessive QC checks, constant expedited shipping fees because they're always late, or even wasted materials from small defects.
Costs that don't show up on the main invoice.
Precisely. Costs that only surface when you track performance beyond that initial price. Finding and fixing just one of those, maybe cutting rework by 5%, that can often pay for the whole review process for a year.
Wow. Okay.
And finally, these reviews empower data-driven decision-making. No more relying on gut feelings.
Right.
You get solid evidence to back up decisions about renewing contracts, finding new suppliers, or negotiating better terms.
That's a really strong set of benefits. But, the reality for many businesses is implementing this feels like a lot. Is it just the perceived effort that stops them?
That's definitely a big hurdle, the idea that it's too much work.
Yeah. And our sources also mentioned this aha moment. Sometimes what looks like a supplier problem, like those delivery delays, turns out to be a process misalignment on your end. Maybe your ordering lead times are just totally unrealistic.
Or specification changes aren't communicated clearly. Happens all the time.
Right. And these reviews are apparently fantastic at digging up those internal issues, too. It gives both sides a structured way to look at the whole relationship.
Absolutely. And connecting that back to the effort involved, yes, it takes effort, but look at the bigger picture. These reviews give you the foresight, the insight to proactively manage your supply chain.
So it's about resilience.
Building resilience, optimizing your operations. It's about getting ahead of problems, not just reacting when they explode. You're not waiting for a crisis to figure out where the weaknesses are.
You're actively looking for improvement opportunities.
Exactly. And fostering that environment where you and your suppliers can analyze things together, pinpoint problems jointly, and work on solutions together, that's strategic.
It really elevates procurement beyond just buying stuff.
It makes it a strategic partnership hub.
Okay, so we get the why, but you can't manage what you don't measure, right?
Classic, but true.
So let's get practical. What specific KPIs, key performance indicators, should you be tracking to get that comprehensive view? The sources mention a supplier scorecard.
Yeah, the scorecard is key. And what's compelling is the sheer breadth of metrics you can track, moving way beyond just price. To get that holistic view you need, think about these categories.
Okay, lay them on me.
First, quality metrics. And this isn't just defect rate, though that's important.
Right.
Think defect rate, return rate, service quality, compliance with technical specs. The whole package.
Got it. What's next?
Delivery metrics, absolutely
Thanks.
fundamental. On-time delivery rate is the big one, but also lead time consistency. And how flexible are they with urgent orders?
Crucial for operations. Okay.
Then, cost and compliance metrics. Yes, price competitiveness matters, but also things like sticking to contract terms and, importantly, invoice accuracy minimizes those painful disputes.
Ugh, invoice disputes. Hate those.
Tell me about it. Then, increasingly vital, innovation and collaboration metrics. Are they bringing new ideas? Suggesting improvements? How responsive are they to working together? How good are they at problem solving?
So measuring partnership potential.
In a way, yes. And finally, a category that's really growing in importance, sustainability and diversity metrics. ESG compliance, environmental, social, governance,
Right, ESG?
engagement with diverse or local suppliers, efforts to reduce their carbon footprint. A good scorecard pulls these together, often using weighted scoring.
Weighted scoring. So you prioritize what matters most to you.
Exactly. It ensures the evaluation truly reflects your business priorities.
Okay, this is making sense. You know what it is, why it matters, what to measure. Now, the nuts and bolts. How do you actually do one of these reviews effectively?
The how-to?
Yeah, the how-tos. Our sources lay out a pretty clear 6-step guide. Step 1, set clear objectives. Why are you doing this review? Improve service, reduce risk, foster innovation, know your why.
Good starting point.
Step 2, gather data. Collect those KPI results, look at the contract, get internal feedback from everyone who interacts with the supplier ops, quality, finance.
The groundwork.
Step 3, use a supplier scorecard. Score them against those predefined weighted metrics. Keep it consistent.
Objectivity is key there.
Step 4, engage suppliers. This is crucial. Share the results transparently. Highlight the good and the areas needing improvement. It's a conversation starter, not a verdict.
Needs to be two-way.
Absolutely. Step 5, agree on improvement actions. Don't just point out problems, build a corrective action plan together. Deadlines, responsibilities, measurable targets, make it actionable.
Actionable is the word.
And finally, step 6, follow up and monitor. These aren't one-offs. Schedule check-ins, track implementation, document the results, shows commitment.
That's a solid framework, very thorough. But, what's the secret sauce? What really makes these steps lead to the best outcomes?
Good question. What do you think?
Well, it often comes down to preparation. Knowing your data inside out, understanding the market, setting realistic expectations before the meeting even starts.
Laying the groundwork properly.
Exactly. And also recognizing these aren't just isolated meetings. They're part of an ongoing supplier development process. The real value is in that consistent dialogue over time.
Right, it's a continuous cycle. Okay, so we've covered the how.
Yeah.
What separates the okay reviews from the truly great ones? What are the best practices you should adopt?
And maybe just as important, the pitfalls to avoid.
Yes. Let's do best practices first. Top of the list. Treat reviews as collaborative, not confrontational. Frame it as a mutual opportunity.
Changes the whole tone.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Second, segment your suppliers. Don't treat everyone the same. Strategic partners need more frequent, deeper reviews, maybe quarterly. Transactional ones, annually might be fun. Focus your effort.
Smart resource allocation.
Third, use technology. Automate scorecards, KPI tracking, trend analysis, saves time, improves accuracy, gives you insights faster.
No-brainer these days.
Fourth, maybe benchmark suppliers against each other, keeps things fair, gives you market context. Fifth, and this is huge, always follow through.
The action part again.
A review without action is just wasted time. It kills trust. And maybe, finally, consider a multi-phase approach review first, then maybe a strategic workshop to co-create solutions.
I like that. Deepens the partnership. So those are great practices. What about the pitfalls? What should you absolutely watch out for?
Yeah, what trips people up?
Well, number one is probably over-focusing on cost. Remember that procurement manager quote, "Cheap isn't always better. Long-term value matters more. Tunnel vision on price blinds you to risks."
Right, the hidden costs again.
Exactly. Second, watch out for one-sided reviews. Suppliers need a chance to give you feedback too. Maybe your ordering process is messy. If it feels unfair, you lose buy-in and miss insights.
Good point. Makes it a real dialogue.
Third, and maybe the most common, no follow-up. So many reviews end with good intentions, action items listed, and then nothing happens.
Fizzles out.
Right. It just erodes trust completely. And finally, unclear metrics. If the criteria aren't super clear, objective, measurable, and agreed upon,
The results are meaningless.
pretty much, they become subjective, inconsistent, and useless for driving real improvement. Clarity is paramount.
Fantastic summary. Embrace collaboration. Avoid the pitfalls. So bringing it all together, what does this mean for the bigger picture, the health of your whole supplier ecosystem? How do these reviews fit into Supplier Relationship Management, SRM?
SRM.
Yeah. The sources are really clear on this.
Mhm.
Performance reviews are the bridge. They're the data engine connecting daily procurement with long-term strategic SRM.
Right.
They provide the essential intelligence you need to manage those relationships strategically.
And what's really insightful there is how these reviews ground your whole SRM program in facts, not just feelings or, who you like working with.
Takes the guesswork out.
Completely. They empower you to make really informed strategic choices. Which suppliers should you invest in developing further? Who are the high performers you want locked into long-term deals?
And conversely, who needs corrective action or maybe replacement?
Exactly. It helps you identify the underperformers
Yeah.
too. But zooming out, these reviews are most powerful when they're woven into an ongoing supplier development program.
So it's not just evaluation, it's improvement.
It transforms a periodic checkup into this continuous cycle of mutual improvement and ideally deep strategic alignment.
Wow. Okay, we've really unpacked a critical piece of business strategy today. What we've learned is supplier performance reviews, they're way more than admin.
Much more.
They are a seriously powerful strategic tool for you to build trust, mitigate risk, drive efficiency, and even foster innovation across your supply chain. It really is about moving beyond just price and unlocking that true, multifaceted, long-term value. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on this deep dive.
And maybe this leaves you with an important question to think about. If your current supplier reviews feel like a chore, just a box-ticking exercise, are you actually missing a huge
The
opportunity
opportunity to what?
to transform what feels like a problem or an obligation into something foundational for your strategic success? What aspect of supplier performance are you not measuring today? What data are you missing? That, if you tracked it, if you reviewed it collaboratively, could be the key to unlocking significant improvements and real value for your business tomorrow. Something to ponder.